Windows Defender. Let's see what it's catching. Spiders.
July 2023. A signature update meant to catch a threat instead flags the most widely used browser, the operating system maker's own browser, and a major communication application as malware. Severe threat alerts. Some users quarantine their browser. Corrected signatures arrive, but the window between bad update and fix is the horror story. 6 months earlier, a different update deletes shortcut files across enterprise endpoints. Not malware. Shortcut files on every installation. The pattern is consistent. The failures are not missed threats. They are false positives at a scale no other antivirus operates at. Every update reaches every machine running the operating system. A bad signature is a platform-wide event. Windows Defender. Built into every installation. Top marks in independent testing. The antivirus the majority of users run by doing nothing, whose failure mode is removing legitimate software rather than missing malicious software. The entry into antivirus came through acquisition. In December 2004, the operating system company acquired a spyware protection vendor and used the technology to release a free anti-spyware tool. In 2005, it was renamed and shipped with the next operating system version, handling spyware only. Full antivirus required a third-party product until 2009, when a free, complete antivirus solution was released as a standalone download. The disruption to the consumer market was immediate. If the operating system company offered free protection, the case for paying a separate vendor weakened. The consolidation came with the 2017 operating system update. All security functionality was brought under a single brand within a unified control panel. The antivirus was no longer an option. It was the default. Every installation has it. Every user runs it, unless they install a replacement. The third-party vendors lost the unprotected segment of the market entirely. In 2026, 2 independent testing organizations award top marks. One gives top product status repeatedly. The other places the product in the top performer group for consumer real-world protection. The journey from a basic spyware scanner to a competitive antivirus took approximately 15 years. That journey is complete. The false positive pattern is the defining concern across the research period. March 2024, the security interface auto-removes files before the user can examine them. The protection history shows no recent actions. The file is gone and the user cannot determine what was removed or why. May 2024, a user downloads a compressed archive, the antivirus flags it, the user deletes it, runs multiple scans, then resets the entire operating system out of uncertainty. The alert did not indicate infection. It caused enough anxiety that the user chose the most destructive recovery option available. The emotional cost of a false positive at this scale exceeds the technical cost. The interference with games, development tools, and software from compressed archives is the most consistent community complaint. Installer files flagged, compiled binaries quarantined, game modification tools removed. The workaround is to add exclusions manually. The workaround is available, but requires the user to know it exists, understand how to apply it, and accept the security trade-off of excluding files from scanning. A developer whose build output is quarantined mid-compilation, or a user whose game installer is deleted before it finishes extracting encounters friction that the antivirus creates rather than preventing. The operating system company acknowledged the developer case specifically with a performance mode for development drives that excludes build processes from real-time scanning. The Cloud Protection Service checks unknown files against the company's threat intelligence in real time. This is why detection rates are competitive. The cloud-backed first-site detection evaluates files the local signatures have not seen before by sending samples for analysis. The trade-off is that sample submission is enabled by default. Users who want to limit data sharing to the operating system company reduce their protection effectiveness by disabling the cloud component. The privacy and protection concerns are directly opposed. Maximum protection requires maximum data sharing. Maximum privacy reduces the detection capability. The enterprise product is a separate offering that includes the consumer antivirus engine as its foundation, plus endpoint detection and response, threat investigation, incident management, vulnerability assessment, and centralized administration across multiple operating systems, including competing platforms and mobile devices. The enterprise product requires a paid business subscription at the premium tier or higher. The consumer product is the free tier of what is ultimately a premium enterprise security platform. The distinction matters because the consumer product and the enterprise product share a name and an engine, but differ in capability, management, and the depth of protection they provide. The Tamper protection feature prevents malware from disabling the antivirus. Controlled folder access protects specified directories from unauthorized changes, including encryption by ransomware. Attack surface reduction rules limit the behaviors that malware commonly exploits. These features exist in the consumer product, but require configuration. The default installation provides real-time scanning and cloud protection. The advanced features require the user to enable them. Someone running a standard home or small business. Windows installation does not need to install a third-party antivirus in 2026. The built-in product achieves top marks in independent testing. The real-time protection with cloud-backed detection handles the threats that home users and small businesses encounter. The false positive risk is the trade-off. Game installers, development tools, and software from compressed archives may be flagged or removed. Learning to check protection history and add exclusions when appropriate is the operational skill the product requires. For the majority of users whose software comes from standard sources, the built-in protection is sufficient without additional cost. Someone who works with software that the product consistently flags, who compiles code, who installs applications from non-standard sources, or who modifies games should configure exclusions proactively. The development drive performance mode on the latest operating system version addresses the developer case specifically. For other workflows that trigger false positives, folder level or file type exclusions reduce the interference. The exclusions reduce protection for the excluded paths. The trade-off is explicit, and the user accepts it by configuring the exclusion. Someone evaluating the product for an enterprise environment should distinguish between the consumer product and the paid enterprise offering. The consumer antivirus provides scanning and basic protection. The enterprise product provides endpoint detection and response, centralized management, cross-platform coverage, and the investigation and remediation capabilities that security operations teams require. The consumer product running on enterprise endpoints without the management layer is not equivalent to a managed security deployment. The comparison with the open source scanner from the previous position in this comparison is structural rather than competitive. The open source scanner is designed for Linux server infrastructure, mail gateways, and compliance scanning. The built-in product is designed for Windows endpoints, consumer protection, and the enterprise security platform. They serve different operating systems, different use cases, and different user populations. The open source scanner's strength is infrastructure integration and source code transparency. The built-in product's strength is universal deployment and competitive detection without requiring user action. The privacy concern deserves direct acknowledgement. The cloud protection that makes detection competitive requires sending file samples to the operating system company's servers. Users who are uncomfortable with that data sharing can disable the cloud component. Disabling it reduces protection effectiveness. There is no configuration that provides maximum detection with zero data sharing. The trade-off is inherent to the architecture. Users who accept the cloud protection get the detection rates the testing organizations measure. Users who disable it get a scanner without the cloud intelligence that earned those ratings. The product that began as an acquired spyware tool in 2004 is, in 2026, the antivirus that most Windows users run. Not because they chose it, because it was there. The detection quality earned through 15 years means the choice to do nothing is for most users correct. The false positive incidents at platform scale are the cost of a product that every installation runs simultaneously. A bad signature affects everyone at once. The correction reaches everyone at once. The window between the two is where the damage occurs. For a product that protects over 1 billion installations, the quality of each signature update carries consequences no other antivirus vendor faces at the same scale. The protection works. The false positives are the edge. The scale makes both visible to more people than any other security product in the world.